Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We are going to dive into a full face of new at the drugstore. I am so excited. Milani has a new eyeshadow palette, a cream blush palette. We have some new lippies. We have new mascara, new powders, new foundation from JOAH, Crystal Glow Primedation. I'm not even gonna need to prime. We are going to be like one and done with the foundation. I have some new concealer. It is a full face of new at the drugstore. Let's put on some makeup. Yes. And if you are at home, feel free to get ready with me. I know recently that has been a favorite of mine, is putting on a little YouTube in the background. And I like getting ready while I'm watching someone else get ready. And I was thinking that maybe you guys like to get ready while watching me get ready, and just how weird that is, right? I will say, while I'm like getting my hair out of my face, I'll share with you guys the most random shopping and watching YouTube story. I'm gonna start putting on foundation and we'll just continue chatting. This is the new Primedation all-in-one foundation with hyaluronic. Oh my goodness. This is what's happening with me today. Okay, testing, 1, 2, 3. I may have drank too much coffee on an empty stomach, and it's doing that weird thing where I feel both really wired and really tired simultaneously. It's like my brain is like in a taffy machine, and I'm sure some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, I had been cutting back on caffeine, and then this morning I had a nitro from Starbucks, and I am just like pulled in every direction. I'm kind of enjoying it, and then part of me is like, but I kind of want to take a nap. The feelings are everywhere. Bear with me. I have become more and more sensitive to caffeine the older I get. It's not fun, not fair. However, on the bright side, I have become more of a tea drinker. Like, legit, I look forward to like my caffeine-free afternoon tea time. Who am I? Okay, so we're gonna put the Primedation all-in-one foundation with hyaluronic acid, collagen, and crystallide. That sounds like lemonade to me for some reason. Crystallide or like Crystal Light. What is crystallide? Trademarked. Okay, whatever. We're gonna figure out the color. Oh, that is thick. Whoa, that is. This is gonna be a full coverage day. I can feel it. I can feel it. Hey, you know the benefit of this having a primer in it is when I'm testing, that's pretty good actually, I'm not gonna wipe off the primer like I normally do, and then you guys in the comments are like, why'd you put on your primer before you tested the color? And I'm like, I don't know, I spaced. But with this, we're not gonna have to play that game. Did I hit a slam dunk on the first try? Yeah, I think I did. This is the shade PFC040. I am going to be using a new brush from Haley's Cosmetics. I have a couple of items to throw in the mix of this get ready video, and Haley's is something that I initially found several years back at Target. It's a little bit higher in price than, say, Wet n Wild, but it is still technically a drugstore-esque type brand in my mind. So let's just go ahead and dip into this thicker than I thought it would be foundation and just see how this goes. I don't know, aside from this being a hydrating formula and being a primer / foundation in one, much about this product. I do love that it comes in a pump. It seems to be like medium coverage, and the finish is actually quite nice. I can already tell this is, once again, a formula that is going to oxidize a little bit because it did darken up pretty quickly upon swatch. So the story I was going to share about watching YouTube videos, beauty videos, I got busted in Target watching my own video. Like, it looked weird. Like, I had to explain myself. I was like, I'm literally just watching this to get reference of which shade looked good on me. It was a try-on video of L'Oreal, like the balms. And I was like, I can't remember which one was my favorite. So I literally am standing in Target watching my own video, and someone comes up and is like, I love your channel. And I was just like, I look like I am so into myself right now. Like, this looks really bad. Here I am standing in the makeup aisle watching my own video. And it was just like this awkward, weird moment. And then I got awkward, and I don't know. It was just kind of a funny thing. But yeah, I sometimes, it's really strange. Like, I will go back into my own catalog for reference of different makeup that I recommended in the past. Like I want to re-recommend it to myself, and it's a whole thing. I've actually done that with like Tip Tuesday. I've watched my old Tip Tuesdays and I'm like, hey, how did I do that nail hack? Kind of remember saying something about that, and it was from like 8 years ago or something like that. I don't post 5 days a week anymore, but man, when I did, I covered everything. So if you are ever, you know, wanting more, go back in the library. There's some good stuff there. This foundation is actually pretty. Okay, it's pretty. It's not full. It's not full, but it's full enough. And it really does kind of plump up the skin. All right, this looks like it has a pretty impressive shade range as well. It's $15.99. It says it will also protect from blue light damage, boost radiance with luminizing peptides, plumps with collagen, hydrates with hyaluronic acid. So it is supercharged with skincare ingredients, medium coverage with a radiant finish. I don't know that this is radiant as far as the finish. It feels more natural to me. It's not glowy or luminous or radiant, but it is nice and natural. It's not just like a flat matte finish. I like it. It's not very buildable. I have tried to go over this area a little more to see if I could like amplify the coverage. It's not going to layer incredibly well, but the just initial lay down of how it makes the skin look is really nice. It blends nicely and it feels really nice. All right, moving on. I have a Remix complexion sponge from Haley's. I'm gonna go dampen this, see if it gets a little bigger. Be right back. This sponge just like tripled in size. Holy cow, it's like ginormo. We're gonna use this with Haley's new Rewind concealer. I'm gonna use the shade Light Neutral. Let's see. Oh, I was not expecting that. That's nice. Well, do I want to use this shade? This looks a little... I kind of just went in. We're kind of just doing it. Okay. Actually, hello. That looks nice. We're gonna go in now with a little bit of loose powder from Haley's. And I'm actually gonna take the same sponge. We're gonna dip in and just kind of hope for the best. Let's inspect. It's not bad. It's actually making my pores look really nice and non-existent on my cheeks, but for some reason it is a little dry underneath the eye. I do like that concealer though. I'm now gonna take one of the Haley's powder brushes and grab a little bit of the powder on here, kind of shake off a little bit of the excess and kind of go on the forehead a little bit more. We're gonna cheat a little bit. Oh no, this is gonna be like the comment of the comments, is that there's one item that's not drugstore. This is from Liss. This is a new bronzer that I've been testing out, the No Limits Matte Bronzer in Light, and I'm loving it. I've used it a couple of times. I figure why not just use something new. In case you were curious, this is a brand new one, brand new line that I've been testing out and really enjoying. The nice thing about this particular bronzer is it's very, very buildable, and I like the color. It just gives this nice, blurred, beautiful, kind of sculpted, but really natural looking bronze type of a thing. Isn't this nice? It's so nice, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and kind of contour, kind of not. I'm back into doing contour a little bit higher and keeping it kind of only toward the back. I noticed that I was getting a little carried away with taking my contour a little bit too low. Again, it's kind of hard with these lights to really judge what you're doing. Like for you guys to be able to see the makeup, to see my full face, I do have to turn on studio lights. Otherwise, you just can't see what I'm doing at all. The problem with that is sometimes while I'm filming, I can't see what I'm doing. So it is a bit of a challenge to do makeup on camera versus like just in my everyday life. This is such a good bronzer. Like I can't even, I love it. It just blends like a dream. Okay, we're still gonna go kind of sculpt out a little bit on the jaw. And then recently what I like to do is take whatever is left over on my brush and I kind of just go start on the side of the nose and I kind of just flick it over like this, flick it over like this just to give a little bit of shading, which you can see it does a little bit of contour, but it doesn't look like too harsh lines. You know what I'm saying? And then I kind of go in here a little bit and in there a little bit, because for me, I like to elongate my nose and I just like the way that looks. So there we have it with the bronzer. Back to the drugstore. All right, we're gonna dip into Milani powder. I'm gonna go straight into this beautiful pink in the center. Do I really want to do pink? I'm kind of like, well, too late now. I'm gonna try and not go bananas with the blush. That has some pigment to it. I honestly don't know how I'm feeling about this blush. It is crazy town pigmentation. What do we think? I don't think I like it. That color's not my fave. These are all a little bit shiny. Got a little shine to them. Don't know how I feel about this one. I'm gonna swatch the cream one for you guys here. Let's do a quick close-up of this. This is the Cheek Kiss in Sun-Kissed Glow, and this one is a cream. I'll play with these some more, not immediately like super wowed. So let's just keep it moving. Something I do love is Milani highlighters though. We're gonna use Dolce Perla, and I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush and just kind of toward the back, do a little pop of highlight. I took off my gel polish and my nails were just like wrecked. So what do? I put on red nail polish. This is a green polish from Koki that is amazing. I love it when I find a polish like this. Like I do love the green polish without, you know, some of the yuckier ingredients, but it is one coat. So like you only have to muscle through one coat, and it's a little lumpy, it's a little bumpy. I do want to say, do I have it in front of me? Oh yes, I wanted to give a shout out to the Holo Taco base coat. This is a smoothing base coat. If you have taken off your gel polish and your nails are wrecked and bumpy and uneven from like it being taken off kind of rough, this is so helpful. Like major love to Christine. This is amazing. I'm in love with this. I love using it when I paint my nails. I'm not the greatest at painting my nails. I have a lot of work to do, but that has definitely helped. So major shout out. Love so much. Now that we are highlighted, let's do brows. Okay, for shadow today, we are gonna be using this new Milani matte palette. How beautiful is this? So many gorgeous colors. I love this. I love the layout. I love that it's all matte. We're gonna go in with cocoa bean and maybe a little salty caramel lightly. No need to get aggressive. So I'm pulling my brow hairs down so that I can fill in the bald patches. New technique I'm trying out that I do enjoy, and helps me to not overfill. I like this color for my brows. I'm so surprised. This looks nice. Love a good brow day, right? It just changes everything. We are now gonna go into NYX Shadow and Liner Primer. I don't know what makes it a liner primer, but we're gonna find out. I think it's just a regular primer. Clear, okay. It's kind of like an Urban Decay all-nighter type of a situation. I just got this in PR, so I am assuming that it is new. I haven't seen this. Not my fave. You guys know I like more of a concealer base for eyeshadow priming or like a painterly paint pot, but these can sometimes help shadow just to wear longer and be a little more punchy as far as the vibrancy, so it's just preference. We are going to go in to this guy right here. I'm first going to go into Umber the Sun and just kind of go through the crease a little bit high up. Milani shadows typically just blend really well. Their mattes are really good. Again, I always say this, mattes are really difficult to formulate. especially keeping the cost low. So for them to do mattes in a full palette like this at the drugstore is really, really nice. I mean, this is blending like a high-end shadow. And I am also using, Crease Piece came out with brushes and they are wonderful. This is the 004 from Crease Piece. And another new thing that I am doing is keeping the focus of shadow and everything on the upper. I will lightly go on the lower lash line, but I've been even foregoing mascara on the lower lash line, and I just, again, I'm kind of in this like lifting everything up type of a way of doing my makeup. And if you are a little bit up there in the not 25, in the not 35 category, you know what I'm talking about. The second that things start watering and smudging, the under eye circle is a problem. It just kind of changes the balance of the face. And again, a more lifted look is just focusing on the upper lashes, the upper lining. And unless you're going, you know, evening, candlelit dinner, evening event, kind of save that smokiness for those type of events and situations. It's just a tip to maybe try out. I'm now gonna go into Cinnamon Spice. I'm gonna first kind of stamp it and then kind of pull through. And this is gonna be one of those things that looks a little bit weird until you have your mascara on. You gotta be brave and understand where we're going when you do this kind of a technique. Fear not. Okay, so we're gonna try out this Bambi Oversized Eye in Intense Black from L'Oreal. I like the original Bambi mascara. I saw this at Target and I was like, I love the original Bambi lash. L'Oreal does some amazing mascaras. Interesting brush we have on here. So I am hopeful that this will work out. We're gonna go in, lash on up just ever so slightly. I am gonna do some falsies today, but we can still see how this goes. Ooh, that's nice. That is nice. My inner monologue right now is like, maybe load them up and don't do lashes. Do you see how that like shadow liner now just looks so much prettier? And it really is just framing the eyes and kind of gives this more rounded look to the entire eye shape. I really, really love this very simple trick. It's so easy. Anyone can do it. Just a little pencil brush and any darker shadow, and you just stamp, 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 and then smooth it out. And it looks a little bit heavy at first and a little bit undone, but once you get your lashes on, you're gonna see more of what's going on. You can even pat a little highlight in the center of the lid for some reflection. But I just think this is so flattering and so quick. You're not messing with a ton of work on the outer edge of the eye. You're not messing with a ton of work in the crease. We're keeping the lower lash line fully clean. It's just a clean, pretty, easy look. We're gonna go in with the Ardell 172s. I really love these. They're just wispy. I don't have to trim them. They pop on really easily, and they just add a tiny extra little something. Perfect for daytime. Also random, but I have been loving, like loving, this lash glue from Birdie Lashes. I am all about it. It is the most intense glue you will ever use, but it actually removes pretty easily, which is kind of shocking. It's just like, I want to order it in bulk. It is such good lash glue. This is what it looks like. I'll put it in the description box below with everything else. Shout out to a more indie brand that has done a glue this well. Like, I'm obsessed. I love it. And so while I pop these lashes on, why don't you guys have a treat of some arm swatches of this full palette, and I'll be right back. Top row, we have Not So Vanilla, Bust a Move, Toast of the Town, Salty Caramel. Middle row, My Daily Latte, Smell the Roses, Sienna Sunset, Don't Raisin Your Voice. Bottom row, Umber the Sun, No Plum Intended, Cinnamon Spice, and Cocoa Bean. Okay, we're back. Lashes are on. I need to order those in bulk as well because literally they just go plunk, plunk, No cutting, they're the right shape, they give the right little extra something without feeling heavy or looking like, whoa, like where are we going? This still feels like appropriate daytime, just nice makeup, and this is easy and quick, and if I wasn't rambling and talking, I could just zip through this makeup and be out the door really quickly. This still has an edge of glam with the lashes and just with the placement of product, but is fast and approachable. So let's continue the journey of trying the new. We're gonna use the Make It Full Max Plumping Lip Lacquer. I'm a little afraid. I don't know why. I kind of am. Do we want to do a lip line? Do we not? Okay, I'm gonna line. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use a Sorme lip pencil. This is the shade Scarlet. Now this is a more pro makeup brand, but the pricing is really good. And I really love their lip liners. Okay, except for this one is like not even, where's the color? Okay, there we go. This lip liner is not doing it for me. I normally love their lip liners so much. What is going on? Ugh. I don't have that many red lip liners because I don't do red that often. Let's do a little NARS. Let's totally, I'm just doing it. I never do red lip anymore. And I'm like red, and green. Happy holidays. I'm that girl. I'm ready. Are you ready? Are you ready for the holidays? Are you ready for Christmas? I'm ready. I love this time of year. Ooh, okay. Wow. That is opaque. That is a dream. It smells like tropical too. Crisis averted. I love it. I love it. Ooh, this is a smash hit. I really like it. My lips are on fire right now though. I forgot that this is legit a plumping gloss. It is juicing the lips up. It's a vinyl shine. It is super opaque. The doe foot applicator is pretty decently sized where you're just kind of swiping a couple of times and you're done. I really like the formula, I think, and the color's so pretty. It's just like, oh my gosh, this is the perfect Christmas shade. Do we hear Mariah Carey when we open this? Yes, that's what I heard while I was putting this on. I was imagining Christmas lights, Christmas music, and all sorts of festivities that are around the corner. Last year was not so good for me. We've talked about it. I want to make this year so much better. And so I'm having a good attitude about the holidays this year. I feel like this should be the completed look and I should just stop, but then there's this part of me that's like, what else can we get into? The Ungilded Most Loved Mattes. I really want to get into Not So Vanilla and just do a teeny tiny bit of highlight, and then we are going to be done. I'm going on the inner corner. I kind of take it a little bit almost up there, like, because it just brightens you right up. Just a tiny bit here, just a tiny bit here. We're gonna finish with this Refresh Ultimate Priming and Setting Spray from Haley's. This is fragrance free. I noticed that on the box and I was like, amen to that. That's a nice mister too. I even like the sound, oddly satisfying. All right, there we have it, you guys. What do we think? What do you enjoy? What was your favorite part of this? I think the only thing I didn't really jive with was the blush, and I will try it again. It just had an interesting sheen to it that I wasn't expecting, and a punchiness with the color that didn't blend as well as maybe I had hoped, but I will play with it again, and I'm curious to try out the cream. But other than that, everything else I love. Eyeshadow's incredible. The lip product, beautiful. The foundation I really like. I like that I was able to skip the primer and actually my skin does somehow look pretty poreless. The powder I love, the concealer I loved, the setting spray I love, just everything is just a big old love fest for new at the drugstore. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, share it, leave your comments. I love you so much. Go have a good one, whatever you are doing. And I will see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Rah, rah, rah. Oh my gosh, I almost burnt my hair off. Oh, what did I just do? Barbie. feel very beautiful. The back of my hair is not curled. You didn't see that. Well, you just did.